if you think branding is not about just having a logo on a website, then that is failure, really. Because people don't even care about, people might not even know about your logo and website until after they've had an experience with your services. Then they now say, oh, understand, let me even go to the website or even know, or even get to see the logo, right? Branding too helps you understand who your audiences are. For example, a lot of people make the mistake and say, even in Nigeria today, let me use Nigeria today, see someone saying, I want to open a barbering salon. Then I ask you, okay, why don't you open a barbering salon? I just feel it's because there's no work. Let me just do something. You understand? And you've not checked out the location. You've not even checked out if the barbering salon is there already. You've not even checked out what do these barbering salons have that you don't even have. What benefit are they giving that you don't even have? What is the experience they're giving out there? Do you even know how to barb? How would you rate your barbering skills with your fellow competitors in that same vicinity? The people in the vicinity actually, do they actually need another barbering salon? Do they even need a barber? Okay, what is in the industry of barbering salon? It's an industry for that. What are the changes that has gone in the past 3 4 years? Are people still barbing, or they actually, due to the economy, barbing themselves at home? A lot of people avoid these questions. Okay, what are your strengths in this barbering? Do you even know how to talk with people? Are you a stammerer? Do you know how to relate with people? These are foundational questions that people don't even look at. They just say, oh, because Obey is having a podcast, I think I'll go have a podcast. But do you even have the good communication skills? I don't know if you understand. So, this were the things, like I told you, through the years I was learning. You are going to be dealing with people, not robots. So you need to learn how to deal with people. You need to be able to listen to them. You need to be able to connect directly to their pain points. They might have so many, but that particular thing that strikes them, okay, what is a unique selling point? Because I tell people the problem people face is the whole big words a unique selling point, value proposition. All these things are layman terms. So that's that I mean, how will I explain it right now? That you really really need to know. So uh, there's a whole lot, but
All right, that is enough. That is enough to get started. Otherwise, we're going to scare away those who are just trying to learn. I'm joking. If you are ready for business, be ready to crack it because it take a lot. No, when you were making the explanation, there is something I really found very important there that I try to pick out. No, something like value addition of. I know you did make mention of. Gary Vee before, no, who also is an apostle of this value and content creation, no? Not just putting content, but adding value to the people. Because I think the economy have grown beyond just putting product out there, no? It's
sure.
now about the service. How do you treat the customer? So in this world, value, equity, and perception. Can you expand on it a little bit? How do we build them? Because it is when you build your value now that you can begin to treat it as an equity that you cannot earn from it because you have developed it. People now know who you are. But help me, how do we even build some of these things so that we can benefit from it, we can leverage them?
Well, like I always tell people, the first things first is no matter how good your marketing is, right, you can't sell a bad product, right? So it all starts from, I tell people it all starts from self-discovery. You need to ask yourself, you need to spend time with yourself to ask yourself a lot of questions. You need to spend time to ask some self-discovery questions. You need to be able to know yourself first before you even go into anything. You need to be able to know what you yourself you're good at. You need to connect with your soul. I know what I'm good at, right? I can stand in a crowd and talk for the next seven, the next 7 days, and I'm not going to stop. That is one of my strengths. I've been talking with people right from when I was younger. People that were in Nigeria we say agbalagba. They'll say this guy this young boy. Yeah, I still talking. That is my strength. I also know my weaknesses too. Don't get me wrong. And you see the problem first is people don't even know themselves. If you don't know yourself, how do you give value to others? That's just what it is. It all starts from knowing yourself. Knowing yourself. Know what yourself needs. Know what yourself can give. Okay? And when you do all that, it starts from the inside out. Okay? Then we can now align it to, okay, what value or what problem do you even want to solve? Okay? Now, your belief system too matters. I always tell people that. And you see, every brand is being humanified today. When you think about Coca-Cola, you think about excitement. When you think about iPhone or Apple, you talk about innovations. The truth is, you cannot have a different personality, like a person or the visionary being a different personality and the brand is selling a different personality. So every brand
That
is
is
a
confusion.
representative. Yeah, every brand is a representative of the visionary itself. That's the simple truth. And that is why in my classes, or when people reach out to me, hey, I need you for this, I need you for that, I always have a self-discovery section first. I don't want to be in a ship that doesn't even have a direction. And that is my job. So then I ask you a lot of questions, and you realize that most times there are a lot of loopholes. I had a discovery session 2 days ago, and the woman doesn't even know who her competitors are. She doesn't even know how many people were in the field before she even started. She doesn't even like all what she knew was there was money in it. So it starts from knowing yourself first, knowing who you are, knowing your strengths, your weaknesses, okay? And that is what now goes into the services you want to offer. Okay? Now, how do you even build value in that? Your branding is not just about you, it's about those who work with you. If Obey Podcast has a personality of, let me say, sincerity, humility, and and people working with you don't share the same belief system as you, it's going to affect your brand. It's like you're walking into an Apple office or an MTN office, maybe in Calabar, and your head office is in Abuja. The same experience the one in Abuja is giving should be the same experience the one in Calabar is giving. All these are what comes together to build the value. Now, how do you even build a value? It's about, you make a promise. Every brand is a promise, right? Cool. Now, it's not about just making a promise. That would be most people make. The thing is, can you fulfill the promise? If you're making a promise and you're not fulfilling the promise, then I don't understand. You is failure, right? So you made a promise. The question is, can you fulfill the promise? Or you're just making a promise. That is where it goes back to self-awareness. Now, a value is being created when you've made a promise and you fulfill the promise consistently over a given period of time. Right? Cool. And that is what builds the equity in the market. That's what makes it feel, oh, Obehi is better than so person, or so person is better than so person, right? Because of the experience people have gotten, not just from Obehi, but from every touch point. A touch point is where, the meeting point between the brand and the audience or the customers, right? And when you build the equity, a perception is just talking about promise and making your audience have a it's about building the way you want them to see you, the way you want them to know you. Whenever they hear about Obey, what goes in their mind? You don't define your brand sometimes, because at the end of the day, your brand is what people think about it, or what people think it is, and that is where perception comes in. So you realize that the problem a lot of people do face at the end of the day is they go forward, they spend so much money without knowing this few details, and they come back into trying to build a brand. They start with, I want to have a website, I want to have a logo, I want to have a font, I want to have a slogan, I want to have a color, right? But these are just like putting a roof, putting a window, putting and painting the outside of the house. But what happens in the inside of the house, which is the major thing? I'm not going to go to a beautiful outside. No, I want a home, right? So, uh, these are all, it is, and so many other things
All
that
right,
I
Awa.
think.
This is a very common behavior for most people, no? That is why most people also fail in the business, no? Even though failures, it mean when you actually stop trying on, because if you stop trying, that is the end of it, that is zero, no, because actually minus, because for the time that you are putting the money, you are losing.